I'll just switch it to that. No voice echo cancellation. There we go. Hi.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
You're Miriam.
I'm Miriam, co-founder and COO of Keto Chow.
I'm Chris, also a co-founder, president, and the technical guy who didn't check the microphones.
Whoopsie.
It's been an interesting couple of days. Anyway, if you're brand new to Keto Chow, it's a nutritionally complete meal designed to make doing keto easy. We also have some electrolyte supplements that are amazing for everyday use and for keeping the dreaded keto flu away. Hi, Carrie Brown. How you doing?
Hi, Carrie Brown. How you doing? Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the little bell icon for daily updates on all our Keto Chow happenings. These live streams help us be accountable and stay on track. Thanks so much for joining us on our keto journey.
Yeah. So,
So,
how's it going?
sorry, guys.
Debbie's
It's fine. Everything's fine.
Debbie says hello all. Jerry says, hey everyone, good, fabulous, and fantastic Friday. Yeah. Blessings to one and all. God bless us, everyone.
Everyone.
Debbie says going to be muting sound, have to work me, but watching chat, and we'll unmute when I can. Well, we were silent anyway, so it didn't really matter.
Yeah.
He says I'm building my muscle so I can cook some mussels tonight for the Friday.
Ooh, yummy.
Keith, you're just full of puns.
Full of awesomeness.
I create my life is on here from Raleigh, North Raleigh. Anyway, Cheryl says good morning. There's Carrie. Jerry says woohoo, and now we're hearing. Patty says, I love how Mary just keeps smiling.
Patty, you're so sweet. I'm so glad I get to see you tomorrow.
Sonny says, hey, they're lovely people. Dennis says, good morning, Bears, and Keto Chow family. Present, counting down the hours until meet and greet.
Yes.
Fanny is on, so is Amanda. Heidi says, good morning to you, happy Friday. Mary Lou is on, and Carrie Brown says, so hot. And that mean not the weather.
I think you're hot.
Your cats think you're awesome. And they're a good judge of character.
They are. They're good cats.
They are good cats. He says, no Joe and Rachel today again. No, so we're allowing them to do their thing.
But you know what? Let's have them on the live stream tomorrow morning. I think we should.
I don't know if they want to get up that early.
We'll ask them.
Well, it'll be at our house. I'll have to set everything
I'm
up
sure
again.
they're up. They're just not. We just want to let them have a minute to themselves.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure they're up. They've been getting up at like 6.
Yeah. But
they've just been doing other things like,
Well, when
you
got your whole day. So yesterday we went to the Redmond Life place where they package all the salt and stuff like that. By the way, we have some Redmond salt to give away at the meetup tomorrow.
Yes. And some of the
Relight.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're doing that and it's nice to take a slow morning because frankly, I don't know about them, but I'm need to get caught up on email.
Yeah.
Work doesn't stop.
Yeah. I'm sure they're catching up on email too. We had a fun live stream with them last night though.
And when you're Rihanna says, so great to see you. I missed the live, but love seeing you with the 2 crazy kilos last night. Looking forward till tomorrow. Yeah. Lynn says, good morning, everyone. It's sunny in Santa Fe.
Santa Fe.
I wasn't going to do it, but I'll let you do it. Irene says,
you won't forget me.
Irene says, good morning. Lisa says, happy Friday. Caitlin says, since all the podcasters and influencers have audiences who love them and give them positive feedback, I haven't seen anyone talk about keto compassion fatigue.
Oh, you mean like helping people and making you tired?
I don't know.
Is that what you mean?
I don't know. Or not being compassionate about people anymore. I'm not sure. Voice is low, Keto Peeps. Lynette is here from the totally awesome Keto Chow storefront. You're going to be here all day, right, Lynette? Tammy says it's Friday. Yeah, it is. Blaine says, hey, Bears. Is Heath being shellfish today? Yes, he is. Just put him on the shelf. Kelly says, I had the chocolate and cookies and cream. It was so good. Jessica is on.
Hi, Jessica.
Glenn says, good morning, everyone. Jason says they're from the East Coast and normally wake up so early, so your early isn't so early. But the problem is...
That's true. We're staying up late.
We're trying to get them to go to bed, and we're like, look, it was 9:30 last night.
They're walking around trying to find a gas station at 12 o'clock at night.
I said, Rachel, it's 11:30. She's like, no, it's not. It's 9:30. I'm like, no, it's 11:30 for you.
Your time.
It's time to go to bed.
Here.
And then they wanted to go to Apollo Burger and get a Utah burger.
I wanted to give them a Utah
which is
burger.
a burger that
I think
has
we should
pastrami.
have that for breakfast. We should get Apollo Burgers and then go pick them up and say,
right.
Here's your breakfast.
There is no way I could possibly eat that while driving.
We could just sit in the parking lot.
Oh, Kaden says, any suggestions when it feels like nobody wants to take care of themselves and it creates a negative feedback loop? I don't know. I'm actually not sure what your question is.
Pray.
Kaden. Kaden says FOMO, but I really do hope the meetup is awesome. Dana says hi, everyone.
I wish
Nan
you could
is
come
on.
to meetup.
Said, love seeing two crazy ketos with our sweet Chris and Miriam.
Oh, thanks, Nan.
Shauna says, good morning, Chris and Miriam.
No, she didn't
Hello,
say that.
Shauna.
Hi, Shauna.
That says, love that singing,
face.
Miriam. Shauna says, good morning, everyone. Jerry says, no trolls this morning. Hopefully that person, Chris, if you want to stir up trouble. Yeah, well, I didn't see, the first question I saw from him, this was on the Two Crazy Ketos last night. It's
there was a troll.
It was something about, at least you could invite discourse or something like that, or not. I was like, what is this guy talking about? I'm like, this guy's going to be a troll. And later on, yeah, he was totally a troll. He's like, I don't know.
It's fine.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
Everything's fine.
Rad Girl is on. Says good morning. Sanding the pool deck. Wow.
What?
Okay. Maitreya is on. Hi, Maitreya.
Hi, Maitreya.
For those of you who don't know, we released the s'mores in big bags just for Maitreya. Everyone else can get it too, but this was for Maitreya.
That's right.
We also, and it's available in the small packages as well. We wanted to get it out during the summer.
You can still have it
so
when
you
you're
can still have
camping.
it. We also have the orange mango is available for general pickup,
General availability.
general buying stuff.
Buyingness.
Captain buying stuff. So yeah, those are released. And what's the flavor of the week?
Chocolate Go Packs.
That's right. So you can get that and the s'mores and the orange mango all at the same time if you want.
If you want to.
And you can dance if you want to.
You could dance if you want to.
You can leave your friends behind. My voice is a little gravelly this morning.
It's the smoke.
No, I don't think it's the smoke. I think I was talking really loud. Shannon says, I hope you're not tired of answering these questions. Could an egg in a shake replace the fat source? It could. So
Yeah, I think it could.
now, a lot of people, I have actually still not tried doing an egg in one of the Keto Chow shakes. I really should, since we're doing PSMF.
Yeah, we
but
should.
Joe usually recommends mixing up the Keto Chow ahead of time, so the night before, and then adding the egg to it using a blender just before drinking it. Some other people have said that it works just fine before. The one thing to be aware of is how much fat is in an egg yolk, and if an egg yolk, or 2 or 3, or however many you choose to use, is sufficient fat for what you are trying to do. So make sure that you're putting it into like Chronometer.
Yeah, make sure you're figuring that out.
Yeah, that you're doing it deliberately. A lot of times people ask, can you just mix up Keto Chow with almond milk? It's like, you can. But we want to make sure that you're doing it on purpose.
Yep.
Or on purple. Because we don't want you to be mixing it up and you're like, these things don't fill me up at all. It's like, well, yeah, you're not using any
no
fat.
Yeah.
Anyway, Debbie says Joe always stays up super late. He totally does.
He's a night person.
Okay, Kane says, I see people who could find almost instant relief from adopting a ketogenic lifestyle, like missing 3 to 5 days of work from migraines each month.
Yeah.
But they won't stop drinking sugar water.
I know.
That is super hard.
And that's the thing. Like, it's hard. It's hard even for us in keto space. Like, now we have keto cookies. Like, I have to not let those control me. I have to only order as much as I can eat, because I still have those similar problems that I had with carb foods. I just have to get to the root of the problem, figure out what that is,
Okay.
deal with it.
Yeah. Well, it's so hard when you see someone who clearly is sick and clearly could use keto, but okay, how many social workers does it take to change a light bulb? Just one, but the light bulb has to want to change.
It does. It needs to want to change.
And people have to. And this is, well, Joe and Rachel talk about this. The Joe started keto and Rachel was like,
I also did the same thing. You were on keto for a year before I jumped on.
Well, and Rachel was like, you can only do it if it doesn't cost us a dime.
Yeah.
But, and she was a lot nicer than that. But it is funny that until we find our why, until we find the motivation that gets us to go, no amount of convincing or otherwise will work. People have to want to do keto.
Yeah, and you know what my biggest why was? Okay, I always say it's losing weight. I wanted to lose weight. But the real why is I wanted to be together.
Okay.
Because I didn't want to make food for my kids and food for Chris and food for me. That was stupid. Like that was something I grew up and I said I would never do this for my family because my mom always made like a meal here. If this person wanted this and this person wanted this, so she'd make all these special meals, and then we never ate together. And it was like I always wanted to eat together, and so that's like very important to me.
He said it was cute watching y'all hold hands last night.
Oh, that's good. Thank you.
Look at Heath.
You're so nice, Heath.
Good job. Kaden says, and I had severe migraines myself back in the mid-90s, went low carb, and they went away forever. Even when I went off the rails and regained 150 pounds. Wow.
Wow.
Matreya is smiling. Easy says, good morning, everyone. Jerry says he was the same troll on your live stream a few weeks ago on a Saturday morning.
Oh.
Was he really?
Maybe
oh, okay.
he's following us.
Red Wine says, good morning, Chow heads. Oh, maybe that's why he was like, oh, you're not inviting discourse. Hey, Heidi says, right on. Lalybug says, when will you give me my apple pie big bags?
Laylee, right? And Debbie, why are we not doing this for you?
It takes a while. Kelly says, my bag of s'mores comes today. Oh, we made it for Kelly, too.
We did.
Let's see.
Because Matreya knew that Kelly would like it.
Heidi says, the orange mango, that she couldn't find that on the list.
Oh, well, let's pull it up.
So if you go to our website, well, first off,
there
it's
it is.
right there on the main page.
Look how cute those little oranges are. They're
If
so
you go
cute.
to limited edition products, it is here in the limited edition. If you go to, we have a product where kind of all the limited edition products live. And so orange mango is here at the top. You've also got key lime and peaches and cream. Pina colada is
that's
sold
sold
out.
out. Do we need to take that down?
We usually leave it there so that people don't go, well, where is it? It's like,
gone.
oh, there it is. It's sold out right now. Let's see. Matreya says, I do love the s'mores. May have to change my mind and have s'mores today now that my stash isn't at risk.
That's right.
Weathers Windy is so happy that it's back too. Patty says, will you have the storefront open tomorrow night? I need more orange mango. We're actually going to
we're just gonna bring
the
stuff
storefront over.
Yeah, because we're going to do it at our new building because it has a little bit more space. So we're just going to bring a bunch of stuff over and then we'll be able to sell it if you would like.
Yep. Becky's on, says, hey guys.
Hey, Becky.
Patty says, I make keto chow with just water and then eat 2 boiled eggs. That's a good way to do it too.
That sounds amazing.
You don't have to have the fat in there. It just needs to be there when you digest.
I love boiled eggs.
Renee says, wonderful. Becky says, eggs and keto chow, my favorite way to eat keto chow. And Shannon says, PSMF is the reason for my question. And so that is a good reason to do it.
Yes.
Holly says, it works to put an egg in the morning and eat it later that day. It's amazing. In the eggnog.
Oh, nice.
Funny that.
Yeah.
Sean says, today I made keto chow coffee with a combo of nut pods creamer and heavy whipping cream.
Nice.
Casey Smurf says, hi Bears, just started a 3-shake day with a delicious chocolate mint shake. So, update on chocolate mint.
Yes.
We have some of the chocolate mint bags, but we don't yet have the stickers that change the ingredients, and so we can't sell them until we get those.
We're hoping
like Monday or so. We'll see. Again, I'd rather under-promise and over-deliver. We'll let you know as soon as it's available. So, Rhonda says, good morning to Bears and Chow fam. Ear hustling, this may be a thing for a while. I tried to get on the on Autumn's live stream this morning. Instead, I was driving to the auto parts store to get a rear tail light for my daughter that I love so very much.
You do love her very much. And her car needed a new light.
Yes, it
and
did.
It's been a long time, and we could have done it like a month ago. But I'm glad you did it today.
Shauna says Miriam and keto cookies is like me and nuts. I just can't or need to.
Yeah.
Let's see. Blaine says egg in the keto chow is delicious. Be aware of potential dangers. I'm one of them who has no problems thus far.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Oh, Becky says use cold water. Nice. Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah.
Yeah.
Leanne says every flavor I want in the big bag is out. Come on, Bears. Chocolate toffee, snickerdoodle, eggnog. The eggnog is out of stock because it's a seasonal flavor.
Yes.
It will be restocked in the fall. On the page, there should be a better explanation about what that exactly means.
But there is an end. We just don't see it yet.
Yep. And
it's coming.
We do have all of those in the individual packs.
Yeah, so.
And the Go packs that are 21 as well.
And I'm sorry if you guys are having a hard time running out of storage because the little bags are harder to store than big bags.
Yeah.
You could just cut them all and put them into the bin.
Debbie says she's checking in for a flight in only 3.5 hours.
Yay!
Then she's headed to the airport.
I'm gonna hug you.
She's flying on a jet plane.
Debbie, I'm tall.
I'm a little fly when I try to sing in the falsetto.
Just so you know, a lot of people when they meet me, they're like, "You're tall." Well, oh yes, I am tall.
Jerry says, "Be the light you want in the world or for yourself." Lynette says, "Your why is so important. That's what keeps me going."
Yep.
He says the warden forced me to do keto with her, so I did not have a choice. Yes, you did.
Hey, you know what? I would pretty much do anything for Shelly, so
Debbie
I could see why you would want to do that.
Debbie says, "While I listen in my meeting, I will put in my usual plea: big bags of apple pie." It wouldn't be a live stream without it.
I know, we miss it when you don't
Linda
say that.
is on. Shauna says, "Any news since last night about chocolate toffee?" Nope.
Nope.
Debbie says, "Since starting keto, I make every dinner with a keto recipe. My kids don't even notice and have loved every single thing I've made. Not making multiple meals is a must."
Yeah. Well, and I promised I would never do that, but when we were doing I was doing Whole30, so I couldn't have cheese, and then I couldn't have artificial sweeteners, and he could have cheese, and then I'm like,
Now, in my
so I
defense,
would make the same thing.
I wasn't making Miriam cook for me.
No,
Okay.
he wasn't. And the thing is, we didn't even cook all that often. But I was making the same thing, but I was just putting cheese on his section, or whatever. And then the kids would eat that too. But then we would throw bread or potatoes or something on occasionally. And we were kind of getting into keto, so we still had a lot of non-keto stuff. And anyway, it was hard for me.
Becky says that when Joe told me about keto and what he was finding out about, I knew right away I wanted to put my mom on keto. She lasted one day whole while she was still here. She was scared to eat meat due to her intestinal block.
Oh,
interesting.
Yeah, that's hard.
Nana says, "Good morning. Having chocolate toffee in my coffee with some Jordan Skinny peanut butter cup syrup after your mention of Butterfinger flavor last night. It's very good."
That sounds awesome, man.
Let's see. Elizabeth says, "I ordered all of the mineral supplements and a bag of s'mores. It arrives today."
Yay, Elizabeth!
Becky says, "I have pina colada if somebody wants it." Yeah, but you have to live in Florida.
I want it.
Bianca says, "I think we need a support group for all of us through the chocolate toffee, chocolate mint, snickerdoodle withdrawals." We do have the Keto Chow Facebook support group, and I do think they have a lively bunch of threads going on there. Tammy's got to go to work. See you all tomorrow. Oh, well, it's tomorrow morning is when.
Yep, tomorrow morning.
Well, tomorrow night we will be doing a meetup.
Yeah.
So if you're in Utah,
see your face. I'm so excited.
Shauna says, "Wait, what did Chris just say was sold out?" It's the pina colada.
Pina colada.
Becky says, "Eggs in Keto Chow, cheaper fat source than butter." It's true. Blaine says, "Any news about a pina colada restock?"
Nope.
We have no announcement about the availability of that flavor. So, Cherry says, "When is the cherry Keto Chow coming?" Cherry. Cherry Brown.
Cherry's gross.
Says, "When is the Carrie Keto Chow coming?" I'm still working on it. The problem is it just keeps on tasting like cough syrup.
Cough drops.
Yep. Caden says, "Now I'm curious as to what the minimum time frames are for various keto cures. The movie First Do No Harm featured cameos by people who are only on a ketogenic diet for Epsilon for 3 to 5 years. It depends on the person.
I don't know.
Some people will see massive benefits quickly. Our friend Steve, if he went too low carb at first, his gout would flare up.
Yeah.
Now,
so it took him a long time to kind of ease into it. Now he can't have any carbs or his gout will flare up.
Yep.
Whereas before, if he had no carbs.
Every once in a while, he had to eat some bread to keep it from getting too bad, and then all of a sudden something switched.
So it took a while for him to get into that. And also, like people who don't have a gallbladder, sometimes it takes a while to ramp up that fat. So it's probably a similar situation.
The bile production.
Everybody is so different, and if you can
We're all
get
special
away
snowflakes.
with doing that, that's cool. Like to have 3 to 5 years. But
somebody's closer.
Okay.
Sorry. Casey Smith says, "I ordered my chocolate mint from Amazon a few weeks ago, hoping that that's a one-off because I want my Keto Chow rewards points every time."
Yeah.
Like he says, "Yeah, everyone chows differently, but I found 3 eggs is the magic amount."
Oh,
and
yeah.
Use a blender for
and
the
that
eggs.
probably is filling too.
Caden says, "Then again, telling people to stick with the strict keto for 3 to 5 weeks is like telling them to give up their smartphones for the same length of time."
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really, really it is, because you're changing a huge habit like you've had your whole life. And so, giving up stuff is hard to say.
Casey Smurf says that on Amazon it was also $79. I would never do that, but I had points to redeem on my Amazon rewards card. Hey,
nice.
and it's okay if you buy stuff on a Keto Chow on Amazon. It's
still
there
from
for a
us.
reason.
Yeah.
It does cost you less, but and you get the rewards points and everything like that if you buy it directly from us. But anyway, Red Wine says, I'm glad I tried your product. I only used to use Perfect Keto, but after trying your chow, I only buy your product.
Oh.
I trust you and your products are the best.
You're so nice.
Matreya says, I've liked a little heavy whipping cream and 2 eggs in my keto chow.
Oh, cool.
Oh, eggs and ice cream. It's like a frozen custard almost. That'd be interesting. Holly says, nice singing. Yeah, sure. My voice is gravelly today. It's like I was yelling yesterday or something.
Were you yelling yesterday?
I think I was dehydrated.
Feel like we're going down a slide? Oh, that'll be today.
Yeah, probably. We are going to go on a mountain coaster and an alpine slide. And
I'm not going to be scared.
Josh is off to work in a half an hour, night off, and weekend scrapbook retreat.
Ooh.
Becky says, listen to the reward. Jerry says, any bags of apple pie. Well,
any
so
bags
far
of
the
apple
one
pie
that we
would be
have
good.
is the one that's empty.
That
It is
empty
so
one.
funny. It's literally empty. There's nothing in it except
That was
some
a
apple
mistake.
pie scented air.
Apple
Debbie
pie
says,
air.
Miriam, I'm short, only 5'4". Short girl problems.
Oh, Joe girls.
Leanne says, thank you, no worries. He says, I'm fully domesticated now.
Domesticated.
He even uses the toilet.
Good
Leila Vick
job.
says, I'm short. The first thing my husband says to me when we first met was, you're shorter than I thought you would be.
Yeah. Chris's mom is the shortest person I ever hugged.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
I mean, when I was an adult, because I'm like, wow, nice to meet you on the floor.
So Becky talking about using a blender instead. She said she started using a blender bottle, but was scared of getting the slimy
That's
egg
what I'm
texture.
a little bit worried about. We should just try it.
Casey Smurf says, how long did you do keto before starting Keto Chow? So I actually started keto using a different nutritionally complete recipe called Keto Food. And it was quite frankly terrible. And that's why I went back to the drawing board and created a new recipe. So I've always been doing something kind of like Keto Chow, though not nearly as good. And the original one, it had a lot of chia seeds, it had MCT oil, and it tasted like, well, it was mostly coconut flour with cocoa powder and some olive oil. And you literally held your nose and chugged it down as quickly as you could. Whereas with Keto Chow, I tend to take a sip and kind of swish it around in my mouth. Yeah.
We should have some more of that.
Patty says, easy to make the meat for all and then sides for others. Better yet, get others to make the sides and so you cook together.
Yeah.
Or just don't even bother with sides.
As a family, like with my extended family and Chris's family, we just make the keto stuff and then they bring everything else.
Yep.
So if they want to have buns for their burgers, they bring the buns and we just make the burgers. So totally.
Becky says, back to the warehouse it goes. Caden still has 2 pina coladas. Heather's on. Hi, Heather. Shauna says, I have ample pina colada. Keto Chow. Nice. Deborah
Shauna.
says that she needs apple. Courtney says, pina colada is gone, and now I have the sads.
Oh.
Casey Smith says, cough drop. That stinks. I feel a chocolate-covered cherry Keto Chow would be killer.
Oh, chocolate covered cherry.
That'd be interesting.
I wonder if that would taste less like a cough drop.
Becky says that her mom was 4'10".
Yeah. So cute.
Blaine says, see how I'm resisting? Yeah. Ginny says, I discovered a new love for hard-boiled eggs with jelly-like centers.
Oh,
I put
like
7
a
eggs.
like a
Yeah,
soft
soft.
boiled.
Yeah. I put 7 eggs in a pan covered with water, about an inch or so above the eggs. Turn on heat to BW med and
Medium.
between medium and
Medium
medium
and-
high. Timer for 21 minutes. Pour off hot water and add a tray of ice. Okay.
Oh.
Shauna says, I've added cherry extract to chocolate Keto Chow before, and it works.
Oh, nice.
She's 5'1". Debbie says, that voice you're doing, Chris, you're hilarious. I was impersonating Adam Sandler in Happy Gilmore when he's somebody's closer. Well, I should just try to hit it in the first time every time. That was way easier.
That was way easier.
Just because it's Happy Friday. It's raining here in Ohio again.
Oh, man.
I hope your weather is better than ours. We are scheduled for rain like all next week. Well,
Yay.
thunderstorms,
Hopefully.
which might have rain.
Which does cause fires when we get thunderstorms.
Joe and Rachel brought a little bit of rain.
A little bit of rain. It's so funny because they're like, that's not a rain, that's a spit. I'm like, that's anything. We're getting anything. We're happy. Everybody's sitting in the meeting at Redwood yesterday and we're looking out the window like.
Blaine says, see how I'm resisting the compulsion to say the thing. Jerry
Oh,
says,
you're so
chocolate
nice.
keto chow for breakfast. Got my 3 miles this morning. My next keto chow delivery is due today. Woohoo, chocolate and go packs are coming. Best deal
Jerry,
ever.
I'm so glad you're walking.
Oh,
today.
Shauna says the Olive Nation cherry
Oh,
flavors.
I actually really
You can find
like
them on
the
that.
Olive Nation brand, so maybe I'll buy that.
Yep. Courtney says the Alpine sled is heck of fun. Danita's
trying not to be
5'11"
afraid.
and 3/4. She's in the tall girl club.
Yeah, you're
Do you
taller
wear
than
a
me.
size 9.5 shoe as
10.
well?
10.
Becky says take a video of that, Miriam. That would be awesome to see. Autumn says I'm 5'8". Any other tall ladies here besides Miriam and I? Becky
Danita.
says, Danita, you're the perfect height. You were married perfectly.
I think she was too.
Floy says, hey, Chris and Miriam, second time. When are the flavors of the week decided? So there's actually
we
a
have-
FAQ about that, but it's just kind of, yeah. We
haven't
look at the
decided for
inventory
like
and we
a
go,
couple of months ahead of time. Yeah.
it's based on overabundance of inventory more than anything else, along with just what we think is going to be
And
fun.
what we think you'll like.
Yep,
There are a lot of factors.
yep.
Factors of awesomeness.
Tractors. There's a lot of tractors. Holly says I'm short, 5'1", and it's hanging around me that makes Miriam feel tall.
That's right. Holly's so cute.
Becky says if you're scared about the tummy issues with using eggs, maybe try taking a prebiotic beforehand. This might offset any digestive trouble.
Or after, right after.
Jerry says, didn't you start with Soylent? I have only tried actual Rosa Labs Soylent trademark product once, and I bought it off somebody who had some, and it was before I went keto. But it's along the same lines of something like that. Kat says, I'm 5'9".
Cat twinners.
Debbie says, I made a streusel topping yesterday using Snickerdoodle Keto Chow. Turned out great.
Yum.
Matreya says that they've tried Soylent, and it was terrible.
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 Sean says you got to hand it to us short gals. No, really, you have to. Was it Shauna yesterday who was like, I keep on telling all my tall helpers that I'm just waiting around for someone to
For you
say,
to reach
can you get
stuff."
me that down there?
Yeah. Well, I was saying last night on Two Crazy Ketos Live that Holly painted our ceiling above the kitchen, and it was perfect because she just stood on the counter and just painted the ceiling. And if I would have got up there, I would have been all hunched over, and I would have got lots of paint in my hair because it would have been hard to do that. But then I painted her ceiling at her house with the long extendy arm, and it was like, it was great.
Karen says that her and Norm are going to join us on the low carb cruise in May of 2022.
Yes!
And hopes we have a good time with Joe and Rachel. Becky says her
excited.
13-year-old is almost as tall as a 6'2" dad. My 15-year-old
man.
is taller than me.
Yep, we should measure him again.
Yeah, Heath wants to know if we've made the pig shots. I haven't had time for anything.
Yeah, we haven't done anything.
Denise says, I thought you were doing the
Next
gingerbread man from Shrek. You're a monster!
Oh, yeah, that's the same voice.
No, you are. Well, no, the gingerbread man is a lot higher pitched.
Oh, yes.
Alicia
I
says,
think
what's
you
your...
sound just like him
Okay.
when you said that.
Alicia says, what's your all-time favorite and go-to keto chow flavor? Ooh. Go-to is definitely chocolate,
Chocolate peanut butter?
unless I have chocolate
Chocolate
peanut
toffee?
butter in there.
Chocolate
available.
mint?
Yeah, I don't know.
I love them. Pistachio.
The flavor that I've had the most recently has been lemon. Because we had a big bag of that I just kept on using.
Yep.
I like to make Snickerdoodle because one of my daughters, who I love so much, doesn't
You do
like the
love her so
Snickerdoodle, and
much.
she'll actually leave those ones for me.
She doesn't?
No, she doesn't at all.
You
I don't-
also, if you make banana, the other daughter doesn't like
That's
banana,
right.
so she'll leave those for you. But then the other daughter likes banana, so she'll take those. So.
Yep. Cheryl says I'm 5'10" and size
Cheryl.
11 wide.
You're taller than me.
Laura's 5'8". Dee Dee says, does Redmond's blast the salt with dynamite? Does it leave a residue? Okay, that's a really good question.
They have some salt that they blast, but that is not the food grade salt. They use a special scooper that
Is
is
FDA inspected or
FDA
something
approved,
like that?
and even the lubricant that they use on the scoop is edible.
Yeah, the guy
Just in
actually
case.
said, I've eaten it
I've
just
eaten
to
it.
prove it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's, anyway. But yeah, if it's
Crazy,
industrial, they actually use ammonium nitrate fuel oil
Mm-hmm.
because it works better. They do use dynamite if there's water around, because dynamite you can detonate when it's submerged.
Yes, but that's still not on the food grade.
Yeah, that's not on the food grade. Yeah, with the food grade stuff, they're using food grade drills and giant scoopy things.
Mm-hmm.
So the food grade stuff represents like a tiny portion of the amount of salt they extract. So when they're digging, they look for stuff that like is almost pure white, and it's like, oh, that's food grade. So
Yeah.
Anyway, Courtney's 5'8". Dania says, I do wear a 9 and 9.5 shoe depending on the brand.
We should share shoes.
Caden says, my wife's family never understood the no side dishes means that my wife needs more meat and keeps trying to swipe her steak, saying, that's enough for you to share, when it's not.
What?
Elizabeth says, I'm in Hawaii, I was considered tall at 5'7".
Isn't that funny? That's okay.
Blaine says, I picked up a secondhand smoke hollow smoker. Can't wait to break it in.
Nice.
Ernie says, hi, just wondering if you can give me some advice after doing the 90-day challenge where you guys, I'm feeling dreary. I lost 20 pounds, yay, but experiencing a lot of hair loss.
Oh, you got to get more protein.
More protein, definitely. You can try working on, Bronson Dant advocates doing a one-to-one where you're having a gram of protein for a gram of whatever else. Because a lot of people are not getting enough protein. So maybe some salmon, maybe some hamburger, maybe some steak, chicken. I actually put the chicken in the freezer, by the way.
Oh, thank you. I was going to do that and I forgot.
Casey Smith doesn't like the idea of soy. Debbie says 5'8" here too, though I must be shrinking.
Yeah,
I am an inch shorter than I was in high school.
You got to stand up straight.
It's not that. I just am. Matreya says I'm also short, 5 foot even. Debbie says yesterday was my 62nd birthday.
Debbie.
I had my annual doctor's appointment this morning, down 73 pounds since last July. My husband has lost 117.
Holy cow.
So
You're
happy to have found this
awesome.
lifestyle. You guys are pushing
Yay.
200
That's amazing.
combined loss. That's
oh my
crazy.
Gosh. Okay, we got to sing. It was her birthday yesterday.
Oh, 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you yesterday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Debbie.
Yesterday.
Happy birthday to you.
I hope you had a great day.
Jerry says, low carb cruise, deck 9 is going to be fine.
Yeah, it is.
Let's see. Becky says, Elizabeth, you lived close to heaven except for Hurricane Iniki. I thought they were typhoons in the Pacific Ocean.
I don't know.
Anyway. SV3 Ringa says, LOL. Leanne says, Chris, you just made me laugh out loud with the gingerbread man. Holly says, I have chocolate and lemon for
I
today.
hope not together. That sounds gross.
Chocolate and lemon? That sounds good.
Nah.
Denise says, Snickerdoodle makes yummy pancakes. Becky loves Hawaii, wants to go back.
Oh,
Dan says,
I
I have a
wanna go.
craving for wasabi
together.
keto chow, even though it doesn't exist. You can always add stuff to the beef soup base. Let's see. Casey says, I saw something on my Redmond's that it isn't iodized. Never noticed that. Does that mean you shouldn't get sodium from Redmond alone? Depends on what other food you're eating. They started iodizing salt because people weren't getting enough iodine.
Yeah, so if you're taking an iodine supplement, or in the daily minerals, there's iodine.
In the daily minerals, there's iodine. In Keto Chow, there's iodine. So it kind of depends.
Depends on
you
what
do
you're
need to
eating.
make sure you're getting your iodine. Salt that's manufactured, I think it's required to be iodized, although I could be wrong. But because Redmond is extracted from the ground and they don't do anything else to it, they don't add flow agents, they don't do anything. Yesterday
They
we
were saying because it's hard to flow, like they have a crusher. So we have the same size bags. It's called a super sack, and it's literally the size of a pallet. That's how big a super sack is. And he says that they have a machine that the super sack goes into that goes
it squishes it to get it flowing
to
again.
make it move, because the salt will kind of stick together even after it's been separated. And so I'm like, I wish we could have seen that machine.
Yeah.
That would have been cool.
Jessica says, I'm 5'3", tall amongst the hobbits.
That's right.
Jessica says, I'm listening here now. Well, welcome back, Debbie. Becky says, I've noticed a lot of Hawaiians end up in Colorado. I find that interesting.
That is interesting.
A lot
Maybe
of them
they
end
like
up
the
in
mountains.
Utah. There's a lot of Tongans and Samoans. Samoa. Dang it, I can't say it.
I can't say it either.
Anyway, I create my life says, Chris, I love your voice. It's so soothing.
It is.
Hello, ladies. It's a little deeper today because I have a little bit of mucus on my vocal cords, if you want to know.
Yeah.
Ernie says, thank you so much. Karen says, standing up straight is good exercise. Tighten
Yes.
tummy. Good for core and posture.
Yes, yes.
Oh, Becky says typhoons are in the Western Pacific.
Get your water problems
Duh.
right.
What the heck? G says, when is big bags of hurricanes coming back? We don't know
We
yet.
don't know.
They will be back as soon as we can get them.
How about this? I'll give you for sure. Before month end. This is
Before
July?
month end?
No.
I actually
Before
I'm not
August
sure.
ends. How's that? Probably before
That's
August ends.
probably before August ends. It might be before the end of July.
Because it's actually the middle of July.
Cheryl says I'm having Snickers mixed today.
Yay!
Laura says wasabi might mix with beef or chicken.
I like it.
Yeah, Becky says I bugged Chris about it last night. Miss DJ says, do you have any thoughts on Lugal Solution 2% iodine drops? If that's the one that Dr. Barry recommends, I think it's
I have
fantastic.
it. We have the
Oh,
same
you do?
thing. I don't know if it's that brand, but I have whatever he recommended because I just bought it from the link.
I think one of the reasons why Dr. Barry wanted us to make the daily minerals is I think he was tired of all of the different supplements, mineral supplements he was taking, and he's like, hey guys, why don't you just make me one that has everything in it? And so that's what we did. So, let's see. Kaden says I keep a large bag of real salt in my car because the pandemic and people who steal salt shakers created the perfect storm to remove salt from all restraints.
Yeah.
We were talking with the real salt people, and they said that they had an employee who basically, her job that she had taken upon herself was to go around to restaurants and replace the salt shakers with real salt shakers. That's like all she did. Sometimes she would even say, hey,
She'd take them?
well, she would said, we will give you salt shakers for every table. We'll just give them to you. And they'd be like, okay. But once people have tasted the real salt, they usually don't want to go back.
Yeah.
And Debbie says, wow, hello ladies, my sexiness is due to mucus. Isn't
That's
all
right.
sexiness due to mucus? I mean, come on.
Probably it is.
Jean says, I'm 6'2", my wife's family and are all around 5 foot. I got in trouble for singing Lollipop. We represent the Lollipop Guild, the Lollipop Guild, the Lollipop
I
Guild.
could see how you'd get in
the
trouble
name
for
of
that.
The Lollipop Guild. We welcome you to Munchkin Land.
Munchkin Land. You said it wrong.
I actually hit that, but I'm missing a word.
No,
so I
it
kind
was
of,
something, that was the part. That's what I'm saying. It wasn't the right section of the
Yeah.
song.
Anyway, that's hilarious.
I want to
Jane.
welcome you to
All right.
Munch.
Well, we need to
There it
go
goes.
pick up Joe and Rachel.
Munchkin Land.
We need to go pick up Joe and Rachel.
Okay.
So 9:52. Thanks everybody for joining
We're
us.
out.
We'll be doing our live stream again tomorrow morning. I'm assuming.
We'll get Joe and Rachel
Yeah.
on it.
All right.
We'll figure it out.
Well, you have a fantastic day.
Yeah.
And we'll see you later.
And we appreciate you.
Everyone.